UFC is going back to Abu Dhabi this summer, and the promotion has already locked in the date and arena. The Fight Night event is scheduled for July 25th, 2026 at Etihad Arena. The main event has not been announced yet, but the return itself is already official. For UFC fans in the region, that is enough to start watching the card closely. Abu Dhabi has become one of UFC's regular international homes. It is not just a place the promotion visits once in a while. The city has hosted big title fights, major names, and important fight night cards. When UFC puts an event there, it usually treats it like more than a normal stop on the calendar. This July card is still early in the build, but the setting already gives it weight. Etihad Arena is familiar ground for UFC. Fighters know the travel, the schedule, the heat around fight week, and the kind of crowd that usually shows up there. The most important detail is also the one UFC has not revealed yet: the headliner. Right now, there is no official main event for UFC Abu Dhabi. That leaves room for a strong matchup to be added later. The promotion has time to build the card, and Abu Dhabi usually gets names that make sense for an international market. That does not mean every fight on the card has to be a superstar fight. A good Abu Dhabi card often works because it mixes ranked names, international talent, and fighters with ties to Europe, Asia, the Middle East, or the wider MMA scene. One lightweight fight already expected for the event is Ismael Bonfim versus Axel Sola. It is not the biggest name fight on paper, but it is a useful piece for the card. Bonfim needs a strong rebound after a difficult stretch, while Sola is still trying to prove where he fits at UFC level. UFC's return to Abu Dhabi also says something about how important the city remains for the promotion. This is not a random international booking. Abu Dhabi has been tied to UFC for years, from Fight Island to major arena events. The promotion knows the market, the city knows the product. That kind of relationship matters when UFC is building a global schedule. The July card also gives UFC another strong international date before the second half of the year gets busier. It gives fighters a chance to compete outside the usual U.S. rotation, and it gives fans in the region another live event without waiting for a numbered pay-per-view. The card still needs its big name. That is the next real step. Until the main event is announced, fans will watch every booking closely and try to guess what kind of fight UFC wants to place on top. For now, the simple part is clear. UFC Abu Dhabi is back. Etihad Arena has the date, and the first pieces of the card are starting to move. If the promotion adds the right headliner, this could turn from a calendar announcement into one of the more interesting summer fight night events.